If you should meet Moses or any of the prophets and you hand them a copy of the Torah or a Tanakh, they will not be able to understand a word of what's written in the book, even though they were the original authors. The reason is because the writing system currently depicted as Hebrew has no relationship with the original Hebrew symbols used in writing of the Torah. It would actually sound like gibberish if you should speak what we call Hebrew today with Moses or any of the ancient Israelites. So, what happened to the original language? And was it ever preserved? The answer will be yes. The ancient Hebrew was preserved. What happened to those taken into captivity will have lasting ramifications, and the writing system that they would develop in Babylon will ultimately give birth to modern Hebrew. However, a particular group amongst those who fled to Egypt when Nebuchadnezzar attacked and further migrated deep into the African continent, West Africa to be specific, retained a dialect of the original ancient Hebrew language, and they still speak it today, as we shall see in this series. It was nearly a period of 2,000 years from the time of going into exile in Babylon to the introduction of modern Hebrew. During this period, the Hebrews had gone through three major language shifts. They had lost the ancient Hebrew, so to differentiate the modern Hebrew from the ancient original, they named the ancient Hebrew Lashon HaKodesh, the holy tongue, but correctly translated, the only tongue. This Lashon HaKodesh, however, was not lost to the Eves, the Hebrews, who migrated to West Africa. The Eves, the Hebrews, who inhabit what was Everland, now Ghana, Togo, Dahomey, and Nigeria. Of course, not everyone who lives in what used to be Everland, Hebrew land in West Africa can speak or read the ancient Hebrew script. Most have lost any knowledge of this tongue, but the core group, the Anglo-Eves, the Anglo-Hebrews, which is made up of Judah and Levi, retain and still use Ewe, Hebrew, in their everyday speech. They will be able to read the original Hebrew script easily, since it's written in their dialect, and they are able to understand the meaning of the pictographs of the ancient Hebrew script, because it's part of their everyday language. The Levites are the Anglo-Eves who can be found mainly in the Volta region of Ghana. The Judahites live mainly across eastern Ghana and western Nigeria. Let's look at one example. Let's look at the first alphabet of the Hebrew language. We're going to look at the ancient Hebrew script and then the modern Aramaic script. The Aramaic script calls this letter Aleph, the first letter in the alphabet. The Aramaic script calls this letter Aleph. Aleph does not mean anything. Look at the picture of the ancient Hebrew and you will see the head of a sheep. Now, what is a sheep in the Ewe tongue? The Anglo-Eves, the Anglo-Hebrews. What is sheep? Ale. Ale, not Aleph. Look at the second alphabet in modern Hebrew. It's the Beit or Veit. It can be the letter B or V, which can be used interchangeably. The picture of the second letter of the ancient Hebrew is Bavo in the ancient Hebrew script. You see the B and the V, and they sure can be used interchangeably. Bavo. Let's look at the letter Yud. In ancient Hebrew, it shows a man with a hand flared out as a fan, blowing air. What is wind or air in the Ewe tongue? Ya. Ya is the correct pronunciation, not Yud.